Hello friends, greetings for the day. Welcome back to another tutorial on UFT, and you are with me to understand more concepts on test automation, and of course we are learning the UFT tutorial here. So in today's tutorial we'll be understanding that how exactly we can modify an existing shared repository. So to understand more about like how the shared repository and it was created and how it is different from the local object repository, what are the different types of repository, you can quickly look into the description and you would have certain links of different tutorials which we have covered already, and that could really help you to understand before you can get started with this particular tutorial. So all we are talking about now is like how we can really modify an existing repository and what could be the need of doing that. Generally the repository which is created as shared can be used by different people and of course are not quite often modified. But at some point of time when new objects are included as a part of the repository, then of course it's time to upload or update the repository by having the new objects being included as a part of it. So let's understand right from the beginning that how exactly these things can be done with help of understanding by quickly creating a repository here, and also like seeing that how exactly we can modify. So right now, right, so we have a brand new test here taken, like we have taken a new test and we are just quickly going to capture some of the objects to create a repository, which will also help you to quickly understand how we can create a shared repository, and then we will modify it using the repository manager. So all you have to do is maybe you can quickly record, because you know that now when you record or interact with an application while working with the recording, then of course it captures all the objects which it interacts with. So maybe I'm just closing this, or if you wish you can continue further by adding some more objects to the repository, and say like this, where you can drop down and select and click on find flights, and maybe I just close it here, wrap it up, and we will see that what exactly our agenda is all about. So here it's not mandatory about the script, we are talking about the repository. So let me just eliminate that and let's go back to the repository here, and I would see that the objects are listed here what I've interacted with, but these objects are maybe only to that particular number of windows or number of objects what you have right now. Now as you generally make use of it, we are going to create a shared repository, maybe by creating a quick folder on the desktop, say my UFT, where I'm going to have all my resources, and let me name it as my first repository, and this is going to be shared because we're creating a shared repository, and click on create. Now of course when you take up a new tool, or maybe you take up a new test, the shared repository can be associated by using the tools associate repository and give the path to them, and just import the file which you have created, and of course tell the action which action is like having the script, and ask them to use the shared one. Now we have a shared repository with us, but of course as we remember from the previous tutorials that a shared repository cannot be modified when called within a test. So as you can see that all these options are disabled or cannot be accessible at this point of time. That means because you're accessing a shared repository which is not modified or not changeable at this point of time. So all we need to understand is like how we can modify an existing shared repository. That's by going to resources, object repository manager, and here is what you create is you just open an existing shared repository by clicking on this button and click or select that particular repository which you want to modify, and then you come here. Now generally what happens is like maybe for example you have been using these objects for a certain period of time, working on maybe a particular module, doing unit testing and so on. Now you're moving with integration, or maybe a new component has been included due to revision of the requirements or something, and maybe you've missed or whatever reasons you have XYZ, and you have included another component as a part of the same repository. So instead of adding this individual component again and again locally, you can modify your existing shared repository once for all, and maybe you can again call it again and again. So today we are understanding the same thing here. So to still you see that it is disabled to be modified. So of course you need to click on this button called as enable editing, which will allow you to modify these objects, which is still a shared repository. And all you can do is maybe you can delete any object or you can add more objects. But here if you see, the option says add objects, not add objects to local. You are basically adding objects to the shared repository. So let's be on the particular application page, maybe which objects you would like to add. So let me just reach that place where I can show you something which we can include. Now as you see that during recording we worked in fly from, fly to, and the number of tickets and the find flight button. What if I would like to add the class? So let's click on add objects and select the object which you want to add. It will confirm you that this is the object which you wanted to include. Yes, of course. Say OK, and the class has been included as a part of your repository. Once you are done with adding those objects which you really wanted to include in your shared object repository, all you can do is click save. That will save the changes done, and this saving will not require any other users to recall the repository if they have already been using. It will automatically refresh at all the places wherever they are making use of it, subjected the path of the file is shared. If it is locally using on different machines, then they have to recopy the file and recall or reassociate the repository. So that's all we are done. All we can do is just close it, and let's move to the resources, come to the object repository, and you would see there is a class already included. So you really don't have to recall the repository. It's just automatically refreshed, subjected there is a change made to the shared repository, and both are like on a common server, which is a shared path. So that's all from here, understanding like how an object repository includes a shared repository, and a shared repository can be modified. So you just need the option to be understood as object shared repository, and of course the object repository manager to modify the existing shared repository. So thanks for watching the video, team. Of course you would have understood something new today. Stay tuned for upcoming tutorials on this series, and we'll be having many things to be explored and understood from UFT. So till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep practicing, and take care.